ever since I moved to Bristol, I have been traveling used to. And that is because traveling now is necessary every time I want to visit my family back in Greece. However, I have also been trying to become more environmentally friendly, and I do blame Bristol for that. So every time I fly, I cannot help but think about the carbon footprint of my flight and how, for example, a flight from Heathrow to Edinburgh will actually have the same amount of carbon emissions as 336 cars would. And I know I'm not the only one thinking about this and feeling this way, because the Swedes even have a word for it called flygskam, which literally translates to shame of flying. Now, one possible solution to this problem is to find new materials to replace the ones currently being used in the aerospace industry. And that is what my research is all about. It's about coming up with lighter materials, because lighter materials means lighter airplanes, which leads to reduced fuel consumption, reduced carbon emissions, and hopefully less guilt every time we all travel. The materials I'm currently working with are called nanocomposite materials. The composites part of them is actually two layers that are repeatedly stacked on top of each other. One layer is the strong carbon fiber layer, whereas the second layer is the weaker glue that holds everything in place. Now, even though this material is quite strong, it can suffer from catastrophic delamination. And to explain what delamination is, I would like everyone to think of a delicious piece of lasagna. In our case, the pasta layers are the carbon fiber layers, and the filling is the glue. Now, upon impact, and by impact I mean the knife trying to cut through the lasagna, the top part will probably be cut quite evenly. However, at the bottom part of the lasagna, the pasta starts moving around, the filling starts spilling out, we end up with a hot mess. And that is approximately what happens in the lab when we test materials, and they end up kind of exploding. And no one wants that on a plane, right? So my main objective is to actually strengthen this weaker glue by adding a third layer of nanofibers. Kind of like adding spaghetti inside the filling to make it hold better together. Nanofibers is what you can see over here. They are fibers that are actually 100,000 times thinner than a human hair. However, they can strengthen the glue up to 700%, and that is without adding any weight to it. By the end of my PhD, I'm confident that I will have developed these new nanocomposite materials that are so strong and yet so light, and that will help us save the planet one flight at a time. Thank you.